The parole process in California is difficult for life inmates convicted of first and second degree murder. They begin going to the parole board and having hearings when they meet their minimum eligible parole date, which is 15, 20, 25 years into their sentence, depending on the crime. And at that point, they need to convince two commissioners that they are suitable for parole and no longer pose a danger. Many clients go to the parole board many years, many times, without being found suitable. We work very hard and very closely with the client when she comes up for a parole hearing. The student will meet with her between 4, 6, 8 times to review the circumstances of her case, prepare her to testify and answer questions about her case. Many of our clients were victims of abuse prior to committing their crimes. And in some cases, that abuse related directly to the crime they committed. For most of our clients who've been in prison 20, 25, 30 years, there wasn't the availability of a battered women syndrome defense at the time that they were convicted.
I became passionate about her case after meeting her for the first time at CIW. I really believe that she had a good case. She looked me straight in the eye and told me all the details of her case. She didn't cry, there were no histrionics. And I really believed that she was a woman who had seen, the darkest parts of her own soul and turned her life around.
Access to legal representation was just about nil. This is why the Justice Project is and was so important to the women at CIW and men in other prisons in California.
When the court ordered her released, I was ecstatic. I don't even know if I have words for it. I mean, not only was I thrilled for Sandra because I know what she'd been through and how long she'd been in prison, I was really excited because I knew this case had tremendous potential to change California parole law.
Men and women can regain their freedom because, as anyone knows, it's almost impossible to afford legal representation. And it's the timing. It's not something that you can pay somebody X amount of dollars and the process is over. This process takes years.
At the 10-year mark of my prison term, I would say I did not have hope of getting out of prison because the women before me that were there before me weren't getting out. And so, if they weren't getting out, how was I going to get out?
When I met Connie and I got involved with her case, I saw what to me looked like a real grave injustice to have someone incarcerated for 29 plus years for really not being the active perpetrator of a crime, for someone who had no record of violent activity. I mean, this is somebody who really deserved release.
Yeah, there you go. I love you so much. Thank you to you and the USC's project, the Gould School of Law. And if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be here right now. We all thank you.
There's no explanation to say how wonderful it feels not to have bars around you and being able to come outside and do what you want when you want, look at the stars, walk outside at night, and, it's really nice. Go swimming.
In my heart of hearts, I knew that one day I would succeed. I just didn't know the day.